morning, good afternoon, good evening, our wonderful audience, depending on where you are watching us from and what the time is talking about in your location. Welcome to again this edition of our podcast. It has been a long time, but today we are going to talk about something very important. We are going to have interaction. John the Baptist, when he was introducing Jesus, he said, "They cometh a man who is greater than me, of which the latchet of his shoes I'm not worthy to unveil." Today I have as a guest a man who has traversed the breadth and the length of grassroots politics in Nigeria. This same man here in our studio today, he was elected as a councillor in the year 2022, under the Ufu Ezorako ward of Ugulam. Ezorako ward, Ugulam is Ogechi Maeni, or the local government of Ebonyi State. Upon election, he was also elected as the leader of councilors forum in Ebonyi State, in Ohozara, and in extension, Ebonyi State. And eventually elected again as the speaker or leader of the councilors forum, the whole Southeast. And because of his meritorious service to his people, in this year 2024, he was subsequently elected again as a councillor. And upon election, he also contested as the national president of councillors forum in Nigeria. We have 8,809 councillors in this country called Nigeria. These 8,809 councillors were drawn from 774 local governments. And this man I'm talking about emerged as their national president. Today we are going to have a review. What is even the functions? What are the roles of councillors in democracy? How did he even emerge to become the leader of councillors forum in Nigeria? Of 8,809, Ebonyi man from Ohozara is their leader. Wow, it's something intimidating. So seriously, I don't expect it. But to God be the glory. This is a testament that Ebonyans, we are very, very good in everything, in every way we find ourselves. Let me not talk much. Let me just introduce my guest today. He's no other person than Dr. Honourable, or Honourable Doctor, as the case may be, Evo Okechukwu. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
You are welcome very much. Mr. Evo Okechukwu, aka Don Bigger, you are welcome to our show today. It's going to be very interactive, like I said earlier. We are going to be talking about some things, asking some questions. We need clarifications of some issues that we never knew about. Why did you join politics of all things that human beings can choose? Why do you choose to be a politician? Despite your doggedness and handsomeness, you choose to be a politician.
Yeah, as you earlier said, my name is Right Honourable Dr. Evo Okechukwu JP. I am a businessman.
Alright.
I started my business at Port Harcourt. When I lost my father in 2010, I returned from Port Harcourt to join his business. I got a business at Abakaliki. Then, when I came back, I started the business. But the Bible said in Jeremiah chapter 1 verse 5 that before you were formed, I knew you. I discovered that it's not purely my talent. Though I was forced to join the business. After so many times, I see how things have been done in my constituency. Under politics. In 2019, I said, let me try, because I want to collect here from the eye of my community. I contested at a state assembly of the APC, though I was just an aspirant. Ticket was not given to me, then I hold on. Reaching 2022, I said, okay, let me try councillor. Though we were many that contested there. Then the PDP people have joined the APC. But among all of us, we are about 4. Our people elected me. In short, it was a massive vote. And I joined politics because I want to clear some mess in my own area.
All right. Thank you very much, Evo, Dr. Evo. From your narration, I can rightly deduce that you actually joined politics because you want to change the narrative.
Yes.
And when I studied your profile from step 1 to the next step until today, of a truth, I as a councillor. And of course, I know councillors are meant to serve under local government. Now, I want to even ask you, what are actually the job rules of councillors in democracy? Of course, like I said earlier, we have 8,809 councillors in Nigeria. What are you people doing to the people, those that we represent? What are you people actually doing to them?
Yeah, the primary roles, there are numerous responsibilities of a councillor. There are many roles, numerous, because it is a pure grassroots. It's both the indigent under the constituency to know the need and views of your community. Like when I joined, when I won my election, I was elected at the leader of the legislative council. Then the people of Ebonyi, the councillor, 171 councillors, also re-elected me as their chairman of the councillor forum. It doesn't end there. On 8th of August 2020, I was elected as the chairman, Southeast Councillor Forum at Abuja. Now, there are roles, every issues you can see in this country today are purely coming from the grassroots. But our fathers, our senior colleagues, our senior stakeholders doesn't take it serious. So there are many roles like make sure you take care of them, their needs, their wants.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Evo Okechukwu, aka Dog Digger. You said there are many rules. Of course, whenever any person is elected to the position of a councillor, his acronym, his title changes to Honourable. Is that true?
Yeah.
Now, of course, if you are asking me, when you say somebody is honourable, as the case may be, it simply implies that such a person might have acquired or accumulated respect based on his character over time, and that he has the ability of causing a change in the life of those people that refer to him or reference him as honourable. Now, upon electing any person as a councillor, does that position in any way give that particular individual, based on the position, the ability to bring about any positive change in those people that elected him? Because if you're not able to bring about a change in the life of your electorate and they continue referencing you as honourable, it means that that person is most dishonourable of all men. But in your case, you people you always want people to call you honourable. You love it so much, honourable, honourable. Now I'm asking, do you actually bring about anything that's supposed to earn you that name, honourable, to your people?
Yeah, today, if you go to my constituency, NNS Rako Ward 1 in Bomubulan, I think in my own capacity, I have attracted a major project, a giant culvert. Two,
all right.
I have empowered about 1,300 women, including widows.
Oh, beautiful.
I am paying all the elders across the 18th unit heads, elders. I pay them salaries every month. You can follow my Facebook page, Evo Okechukwu. I've empowered them. I pay them salary every month. I clothed all of them. I change their dresses every year. I give them work like Christmas. I go home. I cannot begin to mention. I kill cows 3 times in a year to my constituents. I mean the people that elected me. At least I bring peace to them. You cannot hear in my word that Honourable Evo Okechukwu attended where things are evil. I always attend and make sure I bring peace to my constituents, because if there is no peace in your home, you can't even stand there to protect your honorship or whatever title.
All right, thank you very much, Honourable Evo Okechukwu. Now let's come to your latest win, which is the national president of Nigerian Councilors Forum. In fact, when I heard that Ebonyi man won that position as national president of Councilors Forum in Nigeria, I was amazed. The reason because Ebonyi is one of the smallest states in Nigeria, made up of 13 local governments and about 171 council boards. And even come to juxtapose between the north and the south. The north has 19 states, while the south has just 17 states. And out of 8,809 council wards, you emerged as the winner. What was the miracle? How did you manage to emerge as the winner?
Well, from 2022, my first tenure, I discovered that especially Southeast are lagging at the national level. When I took the position, Southeast chairman. Now, I discovered that no one from Southeast has ever tested that position. There hasn't been an opportunity from someone from Southeast. When I realized that, I started making moves, at least using that as a strategy to bargain for this goal that we scored recently.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Now, I went to the northern states. I call all the national experts and they tell them I have intention that Southeast should be allowed, at least there should be a positive change. There should be an encouragement to Southeast, though it wasn't an easy, because we are about 8 councillors that have contested across the country. And it is only 2 from Ebonyi that came to the program. Out of 6,417 councillors that came for the program, for the election, 2 from Ebonyi, 7 from Enugu, 1 from Imo State, 10 from the whole Southeast, out of 6,417. Now, it is a bargaining power to tell the national that Southeast are not being encouraged. We should be encouraged. The reason why the Southeast are lagging, even in Nigerian politics today, opportunity is given to the South to encourage them to feel that they belong to the country. Then I started my move. I made the 19 states from the north. I don't believe someone, in short, it was a unique, it was a fight. Then at the end of the day, after all said and done, people carry money millions to buy vote. But I believe in working hard in whatever thing I want. When I work very hard, I work on people. I work across the 774 local governments, 8,806 councillors. I work on them. I have to tell them the importance of Honourables, the Southeast, to at least to partake in what is happening at the national level. By God's grace, at the day there was an election, and I scored 5,892 votes out of 6,400.
This is wonderful. Indeed, I will say you are the termites that survived the gathering of lizards. Indeed, because it's very difficult for you as an Igbo man. Of course, I know the prejudice that already exists between the south and the north. And like you rightly said, there are only 10 councillors from Ebonyi State Oh, the whole Southeast.
Two from them.
Only 10 that came for the election.
Out of 6.
Now, invariably, if only that 10 should have voted for you, means you are returning home with only 11 votes.
Yes.
This kind of winning is not something very common among our peers. I can say it. It's not just anything common. And let me even ask you, did you receive any motivation or sponsorship from any of these bigger stakeholders, political stakeholders from either Southeast or Ebonyi states?
Not even a dime.
Not even a word of encouragement or a push?
Nobody.
No consultancy?
Nobody. I consulted, but I found out that when shots, nobody, no good encouragement. No,
but you persevered.
Yes, I know that my power is not coming from here. Then I go to a place where I will.
What was your motivation? Because of the truth, you know, the North will always have their way when it comes to population. And in the Southeast, of course, you know, is the least of all the zones by population, as the case may be. Politically, I mean. Now, what is that thing that gave you that brevity, gave you that audacity to dare it, comforting the Northerners? Whatever be the case, I have that audacity and brevity that I'm going to win. What was that secret thing that you never tell us?
First to start, I campaigned at all the 19 states and the Northerners.
Do you speak outside?
I don't. I have good relationship with the national schools.
Okay.
And it is a tenure position. 3 years tenure.
Okay.
3 years tenure. And the constitution says North 3 years, South 3 years.
Okay.
Whether Southeast, Southwest or South.
Okay.
Now, the South West, the North Central has gone. The North South, I think.
Northwest.
Northwest has gone, sorry. Northwest and North Central.
Northeast.
Now, someone from River State, that is South, have taken the position. And many from Lagos, Southwest, have taken the position. And they are calling to take the position again. And I said, no. No, it is the turn of the Igbos. Whether I have someone at my back, I doesn't want to know. Then I join my strength, mostly I do not. Because it is our core right that Southeast should be given the opportunity. And now, after my tenure, I will go down to Northeast. It's the turn of Southeast. Though it was contested, seriously, it was a very big one.
Did you contest with any other candidates?
Yeah. Though, when the truth came, someone from Pasena, they have to support our job because we don't want to change the constitution.
So I can understand now that it was more of a consensus, not necessarily of a contest, right?
It's a contest between the South.
Okay, between the Southerners alone.
Yes, both Southeast, Southwest, and South.
Do you have candidates from other regions apart from Southeast that are from the South?
I have a very strong opponent, sponsored by Bayelsa State government.
But okay, let me even ask you. You mentioned it now that he was sponsored by Bayelsa State government. Did you in any way discuss your intention with your executive governor of Ebonyi State, perhaps to seek for his support or approval? Because why I'm asking is because this kind of outing is not something that you can carry out as an individual. It's supposed to be a kind of, there must be a rally round, both from the Southeast stakeholders and even your state governor should be the one projecting you. Did you at any time discuss it with him or even with your local government chairman who could be closer to the governor than yourself?
Yeah, when I realized that the election is coming, and there was a letter that came from the national level. A letter came from the national councilor forum, one to the commissioner for local government. It was submitted. It was given. One to the account chairman of Ebonyi State. It was given, and the acknowledged are here. One to the state government, to the governor. All the letters were submitted. Okay. But I cannot jump inside the government house my letter has been given. I've tried to synthesize our senior, our super experts, the chairman, the adults, the commissioners. But I can't do, there's nothing I can do. But I always believe myself.
Okay. There was always a saying that failure is an orphan, while success has many brothers and sisters. Of the truth, the first time I saw I saw people celebrating you was on social media when one of the House of Representative members in our constituency, posted it on social media where he was celebrating you. And I came to think, could he be the one that sponsored you? Because for him to come out to celebrate you, he shouldn't celebrate what he was not part of. Do you understand it? Now, this is an outing that you did alone, and by your personal feats, by your struggles, you were able to win this glory for Ebonyi State. Now, many of the senior stakeholders in Ebonyi State are now beginning to celebrate you, to want to identify with you. Of course, from the beginning when you started it, they were never around. Do you feel bitter towards them? Or do you think it's a partner in progress of a thing? How do you feel that those who never supported you are taking the glory that you have made Ebonyi proud? But when you started it, they never was anywhere around you to support you.
They are not taking the glory.
Okay.
They are just celebrating the victory. Okay. And the victory is not for Ebonyi. This victory is not only for my party APC. The victory is for the Southeast. The victory is for the Nigeria. I am not there is no party on my face. I represent all the political parties at the entire country. So they are celebrating. Anybody that celebrated it has the right to celebrate. It's our victory, despite whether it's support from nowhere. No, our people at times may not value someone who is working hard to earn something. But then success brings relationship.
Yes.
Anybody that celebrated is for good. It wants to celebrate. It's very good.
Okay, that's fine. Like you said earlier, that is a victory for the Southeast. It's a victory for Ebonyi State. However you may see it. To me, I'm seeing it as a victory for Ebonyi State. Reason because even in the Southeast, if they are asked to bring about a candidate, I'm very sure South Ebonyi person will not be among the list. But because of your doggedness, you did it, you prevailed, and eventually came out as winner. Now I want to ask you, since this news went abroad that Ohohozaraman won the national president of councilors forum, have you been invited by either the local government chairman or the governor or any of the senior stakeholders in the Ebonyi State to even have a handshake of victory with you? Has such thing ever happened?
Maybe they have not known that it's reality. No one has ever invited me. All of them are our bosses.
Okay.
And they are not a good digger.
No.
I always believe myself. It's called for celebration.
Yes.
My secretary was celebrated at Gombe. Their governor welcomed him as a king. I was also celebrated at Plateau State. The governor of Plateau State welcomed me. Welcomed me.
What relationship with Plateau?
I represent all the councilors. They know what I can do. At least I've been with them for 2 years. And my commitment. So I am not surprised. Yeah, but I know it's a season time. It's a celebration time. And I know most of our governor, like our governor, our chairman, they are still busy with other engagement. I know they will call me. And I believe they will call
you at the right time. Okay. There's something I want to understand clearly here. You said that it's a tenure thing, 3 years tenure. But yeah, 3 years tenure, single term, right? Now, and I remember that councillors, their tenure is 2 years. How do you reconcile the two? Since to be a president of National Councillors Forum, the tenure is for 3 years. Why your own tenure in your own ward, where you were elected, is 2 years? Meaning that your tenure will expire as a councillor, yet you are still presiding as the national president of Councillors Forum. How is that possible?
Yes, until after 3 years, when another election will be conducted on December 2027. It is a constitutional right. It is 3 years whether you are in the office. Election do conduct after 3 years. And whether you are there as a councillor, you must complete your tenure. That is what the constitution said.
Okay, so that is to say that even when your tenure expires at the local level, where you were elected as a councillor to serve for 2 years, your office as national president of Nigerian councillors still subsists, irrespective of your tenure as a councillor.
Remember, I am elected as a councillor.
Yes.
And also elected as a president. It's an elected position, not an appointment. I must complete my 3 years. It is in the constitution.
But I think,
like every other person has done.
I know, but I think it's supposed to be only for councillors who are serving, right? But in this case, you may be presiding in that meeting, over the assembly, while you are not a councillor. Remember that?
Yeah.
That is to say, you can be working there as a president, but locally you know you are not a councillor.
Remember, election may be done today. Handover swearing will be done at the due time. Okay. Understand? Some president, maybe in country, you may be elected March, then your swearing will be June or May 29. Sorry. So it's a tenure issue. I am elected as a council. This is another election that will take another 3 years as a president. And the people that wrote the constitution know the reason.
All right. Thank you very much, Idom Biga, for coming to this show today. We are not ending it now. And we hope to see you again and again, because we have other media comrades that would like to meet with you and ask you one or two questions. I hope that when next we invite you, you will honor our invitation. But before you go, let me even ask you, as a councillor, I know you represent a segment of people in your particular your constituency, and when you were enumerating some of the things you've been doing, empowerment to your people, you made mention of this one thing that I don't find very, don't resonate with me, which is sharing of rice and all of those things. In my word, there's a poem I wrote about palliative politicians. I call it palliative politicians, rice electorate. Now, it's very common now that every season, during Christmas, Easter, or whatever, any festive period, politicians find it very easy and common to come and share 5 kg or 10 kg bags of rice to their electorate. Now, after that season, the politicians will disappear, never to have any relationship, no any interaction with the electorate ever again until next festive period. Just like we only come to know or see our representatives only during electioneering period. After electioneering, those in Abuja will disappear to Abuja, and those in government house will go with tinted glasses. Now I'm asking you, why is it that as a politician you people find this very common, and it so much resonates with you that you should be sharing rice 5 kg only during a festive period? After festive period, no more again. Does it mean that your supporters quench hunger only once in a year?
Well, it's a very good question. Depending on the politician. Like I don't have season.
Okay.
If you go to my ward, I don't have season. Maybe they have their own peculiar reasons. But the truth is that children like eating rice at the Christmas time. Maybe it's their reason. Or when they have time. Or maybe they will be sharing and you may not know. For me, I share anytime I have it. You can go to my ward and ask the question.
Okay. Lastly, sir, before we draw the curtain to, as a councillor, is there any statutory allocation that comes to you people for the development of your constituency, or are you at the discretion of the local government chairman for allocations?
Well, the councillors have the right, that's the need, have the right to write during budgeting.
Okay. For
their constituency projects.
Okay.
At times it may work out for you. At times you may not get it, depending on. So that is it.
And the councillors are sponsored by local government or state government?
Local government.
Local government are the sponsors of councillors?
Yes, but thank God for today, our amiable president is doing everything humanly possible. Let it be from federal to local. I mean, an autonomy.
Okay, local government autonomy.
Yes.
Local government is autonomy is fine, but still, councillors are at the mercy of the local government chairman, if that is the case.
It is a trouble, but thank God. We are surviving.
We are surviving. So it simply means that from what you just answered me now, there is no statutory allocation that is assigned to councillors. And on that keynote, I will say that many of you councillors may be even spending your money just to win the heart of your supporters, not necessarily from what you are getting from government.
I don't want to talk about that, but if I have to tell you I spend over 14 million in taking care of my people, I have to show me, and you can go and verify.
To take care of your people?
Yes, that's my...
100 naira. Now in your case, you said you've spent over 40 million taking care of your people. And based on my own personal experience, I stand to be corrected, I am very sure many councillors in the Ebonyi state don't make 40 million naira in 2 years of their tenure. But you are spending 40 million naira. Don't you think it would have been better not to be a councillor and be just a street philanthropist to your people than answering honourable when actually the honour is not giving you any help to do whatever you are doing?
It gives me help from my constituency. Being a businessman is different from being an honourable. I take the glory are coming from my word, and look at where I am today. It is their prayers. Imagine if you go to my page, you see prayers. So that prayers is very important to me. As I told you earlier, I'm a businessman who started business, a successful one from child, from birth. From birth, even because I became a councillor, I'm already doing that. I've sent people outside countries, overseas, for study and other things too.
All right, thank you very much, our wonderful audience. Today we had a very successful interaction and discussion with our brother, Biga, aka Evo Chukwu. He is the national president of Nigerian Councillors Forum, which comprises 8,809 wards. And this man, Ebonyi man, from Ugul and Wezokenshima in Ohoza, local government area of Ebonyi State, emerged as their president. And he was here today to give us some, should I say, his personal experience for daring to contest that position. And today he is out as a winner. And it's something commendable, it's something that Ebonyans should be proud of. I am happy that Ebonyi man today has pushed us or projected us in a good image at the national level. Efo Okechukwu Domdiga, we appreciate you for coming and we hope to host you again. I believe you come next time we invite you. Thank you very much and God bless you.